Industry clutch your caps people since with regards to exposing the dim underside of Hollywood, nobody shows improvement over the unbelievable Dave Chapelle. With his dangerously sharp mind and brave disposition, he's constantly got a stunner at his disposal. And this time he's going to drop a reality bomb about, in all honesty, the child of a mega-renowned entertainer. Now we as a whole know the charming Jaden Smith. Right, the gifted star known for his cinema wins like The Quest for Joy, and the Karat youngster besides the fact that he orders the screen with his acting ability. Yet he likewise entrances us with his dance moves, songwriting abilities, and rap game. It's no big surprise he captured an MTV grant for his heavenly exhibition Chasing Satisfaction. Yet clutch your seats since the present video isn't about his victories or his popular dad Will Smith. No, everything revolves around his disputable character that has sent shockwaves through the business. And Dave Chapelle will be sharing a few experiences on why certain individuals except Jaden Smith might be gay, a sure that resembles when I see that they put each person of color in the motion pictures in a dress sooner or later in their vocation. I've been interfacing them down like why this large number of siblings need to wear dress. Everything began when the magnetic Jaden Smith surprised the design world as the representative for Louis Vuitton. Yet much to his dismay that this earth-shattering effort would light a firestorm of contention and release a hurricane of reports. Now there is a developing melody of voices recommending that Jaden shouldn't have been picked as the diplomat for the brand, considering its emphasis on ladies' advancement. From that point forward, various articles have stirred things up around town, hypothesizing that Jaden could, without a doubt, be gay. Currently, we should rewind the clock a piece. Jaden at first endorsed on for this mission in 2015. And after a year, Louis Vuitton delivered photographs of Jaden wearing ladies' clothing. Now you may be considering, why should this matter at all in this cutting-edge period? Many individuals embrace cross-orientation style. And after all, apparel realizes no limits right anyway. There's a more profound worry on Dave Chapelle's brain. He raises the likelihood that Jaden might have been pressured into this job. As per Chapelle, this is normal practice in Hollywood, where strong elites attempt to control craftsmen, particularly the individuals who are dark. Chapelle goes similarly, as alluding to Hollywood as a tremendous substance. We as a whole realize that Dave never avoids expressing his real thoughts, particularly with regards to his hatred for the controlling elites in Hollywood. Recall when he stood out as truly newsworthy by dismissing a stunning $50 million contract, selecting rather to escape to Africa, since he would have rather not been controlled well. He really affirmed this in a noteworthy meeting. Yet stand by, there's more Dave didn't keep down when he offered his viewpoints on an especially spooky hypothesis: dark entertainers being compelled to wear cross-orientation clothing in Hollywood. He guaranteed that comics, as they continued looking for distinction and openness, frequently end up dependent upon public embarrassment. While we can't affirm the veracity of these speculations without substantial proof, the receipts appear to be stacking up. Assuming that we investigate many movies, it's difficult to disregard the pattern of dark specialists being dressed as ladies. Obviously, there have been cases where white entertainers, for example, the scandalous White Chicks film, likewise wore female clothing anyway. The larger part appear to be dark craftsmen. Now Dave didn't simply toss out these speculations without an individual encounter to uphold them in a blazing meeting. He valiantly uncovered that he had been exposed to a similar treatment. He discussed picture this portrayals, where the sole object was to make individuals snicker at him. While he unfolded cross-orientation dress, could you at any point accept it in one film he imparted to Martin Lawrence? There was even a dress hanging tight for him in the trailer, as though it were his predetermination. As per Dave, the makers and higher-ups attempted to draw him into the dressing and drag world. By speaking to his desire, they guaranteed that all extraordinary entertainers had gotten it done, and that this was a reliable method for soaring to fame. However, Dave conceded Feeling a bit awkward, he found an astonishing turn it worked out that on the off chance that he played denied the part, there were not one yet two elective contents ready for him discuss control powered by his soul and disobedience. Dave solidly declined the dress-wearing suggestion. I'm doing Moving with Martin. Definitely the film's going great. So I stroll on a trailer. I'm similar to man. This should be some unacceptable trailer. Since there's a dress in here, thank you they come in. It's the essayist comes in, I believe. He's the scholars like, Dave, listen, we got this silly scene, yet here's the kicker. Dave's by all accounts not the only one who's experienced the intensity, the satire heavyweight. Kevin Hart stood out as truly newsworthy when he stunned everybody by swaggering in spite of beforehand expressing he could never go as far as such levels. Wow, thank you. When gone up against with Dave Chapelle's sensation allegation, an individual of color being constrained into unfolding ladylike clothing for distinction, Kevin Hart's reaction was completely fascinating. An anxious grin crawled across his face as he bashfully concurred with Dave, implying that it's not entirely fine to define limits and say no. Gracious, the situation starts to get interesting now. We should come to an obvious conclusion. Will we preceding Kevin's dubious SNL introduction and address, he was battling to build up some momentum in Hollywood. Yet after that enlightening appearance, his profession direction soar unexpectedly. He wound up overflowed with gifts, proposals, and entryways, hurling open left and right. Happenstance, we don't think so yet. How about we return to Jaden? While Dave's interests raised alerts, he wandered into another hypothesis. Might Jaden at any point truly be gay? Now, Jaden has never freely resolved this specific issue, yet he stood out as truly newsworthy by confessing to dating Tyler the Maker. At one point, everything began to during the Zapping Camp Flagellate Nah Fair live concert in November 2018. Jaden made that big appearance, and with an enthusiasm in his voice, he proclaimed to the thundering group, I simply need to say Tyler the Maker is the dearest companion on the planet. And I love him so much. Hold up, discuss a strong explanation that set tongues swaying in titles. Hustling, yet the situation started to get interesting when Tyler the Maker caught a Grammy grant for Best Rap Collection a couple of months. After the fact, Jaden never needed to avoid mixing the pot, took to Twitter with an enamoring post he composed, My sweetheart just won a Grammy, leaving everybody scratching their heads in disarray. Was he kidding? Was he being serious? The baffling idea of his message just powered the blazes of hypothesis. Neither Jaden or Tyler the Maker has approached with an unmistakable public assertion about their relationship, passing on the media and fans to sort out the enticing riddle. The air is thick with expectation as murmurs of a potential sentiment twirl around the dynam pair. Are they dear companions who love to prod and play with the public's discernment? Or is there something really sizzling underneath the surface? One thing's without a doubt, Jaden and Tyler are obviously associated, both on an individual and expert level, in an arresting meeting with Zane Lowe for Apple Music's Thumps. One Jaden bared his spirit, uncovering the profundity of their inventive joint effort anyway. From that point forward, Jaden has been found in the organization of ladies, including eminent names like Cara Delevingne and Kelly Jenner. Reports propose that he even has a sweetheart right now. So maybe perhaps the motivation behind why Jaden consented to the famous Louis Vuitton spring effort in 2016 was on the grounds that he was for sure gay all along. While there hasn't been an authority affirmation in regards to Jaden Smith's own personality, fans are humming with their own speculations. Many are persuaded that Jaden is without a doubt gay, and the talk factory doesn't stop there. It reaches out to his famous dad. The unparalleled Will Smith murmurs regarding Will Smith's orientation inclination have additionally circled for a really long time. And presently, with Jaden possibly coming out, fans are contemplating whether this may be the ideal second for Will to uncover his own reality. An enthusiastic fan even took to virtual entertainment to offer their viewpoints, saying since his child Jaden has come out, it seems like the ideal time for Will to concede that he is additionally gay. At last the fan proceeds to order Will's relentless help as a dad and communicates trust that he will embrace his own validness, envision the effect it would have on the world, as well as on Jaden, who might without a doubt be loaded up proudly. There are even bits of hearsay whirling around that, perhaps in secret a captivating dynamic, is having an effect on everything inside the Smith family. Murmurs recommends that the consistently charming Will Smith might be quietly supporting Jaden's excursion towards self-disclosure. However, what is your take on this? Might there be truth to Dave Chapelle's disclosures? Or maybe you have your own wild hypotheses to share. We need to hear from you. Drop a remark underneath and let the tattle fly while we enthusiastically anticipate further updates on this tempting adventure. Remember to remain tuned for our next video party. We'll present quite hot teas and doling out every one of the juiciest subtleties that will leave you asking for more.